I decided to make a quick shopping trip to Hobby Lobby today because I am in need of some DK weight yarn for a project that I am working on, and I'm looking for specific colors which I do not have in my stash. As usual, it's always a good feeling to see so much yarn, and I can't resist looking at different yarns, even those that I already have at home, and just looking to see if they have new colors and just feeling the texture. And I'm gonna head on to the DK weight aisle and look and see what I can find. And I have arrived at the DK weight yarn that wanted, or the DK weight that I'm planning to buy. And I'm just gonna look through the colors and see what they have, and then I'll make my choices. And hopefully I'll find what I'm looking for. I know that this particular yarn has very few color options, so I'm just gonna decide on the fly and just pick what I can or what will go with what I have, and then I'll see what happens. Hopefully I'll find the colors that I am really really looking for.
I watch you as you drive. Do you know I'm looking? And I can't help but smile. Do you know how much I love you? You put my
I just realized that this yarn does not come in a blue, so I need some blue, or at least another shade of green. So I'm gonna have to figure out where else to look for the blue.
this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the
I'm gonna have to find my blue from this Baby Delight, which is a baby yarn, very soft. Hopefully it's gonna work with the other yarn. And I am all done with my yarn shopping. I'm just now browsing and looking at different yarns. And I like this Simply Flawless. I've used it before briefly. I had one ball of it and I used it in a project and I really, really liked it. So I'm heading out now. I'm all done with the yarn shopping. And on my way out, I realized that there's a ton of Christmas decorations out already, and everything is listed at 50% off. So I browsed a little bit and I like everything that I am seeing, and everything is really stunning. And there's a really nice cinnamon and spices smell. I can't really put a name to it, but at least I know that am smelling, maybe it's apples and cinnamon. So I'm just gonna keep on browsing and then I'm gonna head out. And this was an enjoyable shopping trip, and seeing all these Christmas decorations out is such a nice treat.
We'll say, are you married? We'll say, no, man.
But you can do the job when you're in town.
Later on, we'll conspire as we dream by the fire to face unafraid the plans that we made, walking in a winter wonderland. Say, are you married? We'll say no, man. But you can do the job when you're in town. Later on, we'll conspire as we dream by the fire to face unafraid the plans that we made, walking in a winter wonderland.
So let's look at what I bought this morning from Hobby Lobby. So I wanted to buy some DK weight yarn because even though I have DK weight in my stash, it's all over the place, and one of my goals in the near future is to organize my yarn stash so that I can separate all the DK weights from the 4 weights. And I used to have my yarn sorted out in weight, and also my wool separate from the acrylic yarn, but over the years it's all gotten mixed up, and that's not really good for me because sometimes I end up buying something that I already have, but I'm not sure where it is. So one of my goals is to organize my yarn soon. I'm not sure when, but that's one of the things that I want to do. But let's look at what I got this morning from Hobby Lobby. And I went there because I needed some DK weight yarn for a specific project. So I want to make a granny square bag, and I want to use DK weight yarn, but even though I have DK weight in my stash, I don't have the colors that I want to use on this project, and that is why I went to Hobby Lobby, because I wanted to get the specific colors that I want to use for this particular project. So, and I also waited until the 30% off week, and so that's why I went this morning. And this is the yarn that I bought, and this is Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn, super soft sport weight. So this is the yarn that I got, and this is a DK weight, and this color is called Hot Rose, and it's 100% acrylic, and there's 230 yards or 210 meters, and the recommended knitting needle size is 4 millimeters or a US 6, and for the crochet hook it's a 5 millimeter crochet hook or H. So I got 2 of these, and so this is Hot Rose, so I got 2 of the Hot Rose. And then I wanted this orange, and the color name for this is just orange. So I got 2 of those. And then this is going to be the main color, the cream. And the name for this one is just Ivory. So I got 3 of these, and this is going to be the border. And so I got 3 of that so that I can have enough. And then I got a yellow because one of the squares that I'm gonna make will have some yellow in it. So this is called Sunny Yellow. And then I got green, and this is just green, that's the color name. And then I got this brown, and I wish this brown was a little bit darker, but I'm gonna make it work. And then I have 1 purple, and the name is Amethyst. Oh, can't pronounce it properly, but that's the other color that I got. And I got 1 pink. And this is just pink, that's the color name. And then I wanted different colors that didn't come in this yarn. And so I ended up going to the baby section, and I got the Sweet Delight, and that's because I wanted this color. And this is Surf Baby. It's like a light blue, and this yarn doesn't come in this color, so that's why I ended up going here, even though this is super expensive compared to this. This retails at $249, which is a very good price, and it was 30% off. And this one retails at $5.99, even though there's 377 yards versus 230. I still feel if they had this color, if they had this color in this, I would not have bought the Baby Delight. But this yarn comes in very limited colors, so there wasn't a lot to choose from. There were no blues, and so I got two of those because I want this color and this one. And this one is called teal. So these are going to be one granny square, and actually these are going to be like that. That's how I'm going to be doing that square. So I also got one of these. I love this yarn, and it's because I'm working on another granny square blanket, and I'm almost out of this color, and I need this color. So I grabbed one of these, and that is all that I bought in the yarn. And then I bought a notebook because I want to start. My other notebook is full, and so I bought a notebook, and this is what it looks like, or they're calling it a journal, and this one was going for $4.99. And I like the spiral notebooks because I can fold it like that. And then this one comes with this elastic thing, so I can close it. And that's what it looks like. And so that is my small yarn haul today from Hobby Lobby, and I am anxious to get started on this project that I'm gonna be making with this yarn. So I'm gonna start winding the yarn, or I'm gonna start caking the yarn, and then I'm gonna get started, and then I'm gonna show you the first granny square. But I'm also hoping that I can get this project finished this week because I'm super excited to make it and to share it with you. So let me go and wind the yarn, and then I'll get started.
I watch you as you dry. Do you know I'm looking? And I can't help but smile. Do you know how much I love you? You put my favorite song on. I put my feet up, and we just sing along. And I can't help but feeling, just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever. 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 I watch you as you sleep. You don't know I'm looking. With you everything's complete. Do you know how much I love you?
This is some of my DK weight that I caked, and I have some granny squares that I've been working on, and they are tiny. I'm doing 5 rounds. And once again, I have all these tails to weave in, but it's what it is. So I'm gonna continue working on them and dreading working on these tails. I think I need to figure out an easier way
not to have too many tails. But I was working on this after work and I was sitting on the sofa, so I didn't feel like stopping and weaving in the tails. But I think I'm gonna do that before I do the final round. And these are 5 rounds. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the ivory is going to be my 5th round. So I'm gonna continue working on this and I will share the progress with you as soon as I have something more to show. And these are the granny squares that I have managed to make so far. I have 9 and I still have 10 more to go. And I'll work on them slowly, and then once I finish this project, I'll share it with you. And they're tiny squares because they're made out of DK weight, and I am using a 4.5 millimeter crochet hook. So they're really tiny, but the project I'm making is kind of tiny. So I needed smaller granny squares, and that is why I went with a DK weight. So hopefully I'll be able to make the other 10 so that I can join them together and finish the project. I am so excited and I am hoping that it will work because I am working off of a picture. I don't have a pattern and I'm trying to just replicate that project and hopefully it will work out. And this project showed up on my Instagram feed and I liked it so much and I decided I want to give it a try. So I'm just gonna continue working on more granny squares and hopefully I'll have something to show soon. I finished all the granny squares that I was working on and now it's time to join them. So I'm sewing them together using a needle, and that is how I typically join my granny squares. I finished joining my granny squares together and now I need to choose a lining, and I have different options, so I'm trying to decide which one I'm gonna go with, and I'm just laying them against the project and I'm gonna decide which one to go with. And I finally have a finished project to share with you. And this is what my granny squares turned into. So it's a little bag and I have lined it with this pink fabric and it has a zipper. Even though this zipper is a little bit smaller than I would have liked, but for the size of the bag, that is the best I could do. And then I have this wrist thread, which I'm using over here, but I'm going to crochet over this ring and then I'm gonna install it on the side. I should have installed it when I was joining the bag, but I forgot about it. So right now I'm holding it over there, but I'm gonna move it. And then I think that I'm gonna use this as a project bag for my small projects. It's really roomy, so it can carry a good size project. I think it would carry a fingering weight shawl. because there's enough room. So that is what it turned out, and I am happy with how this worked out. It was a little bit of a thought process because I had to look at the pictures and try to figure out how everything was arranged because I couldn't find a pattern for it. I just saw the picture and I liked it. And I wanted to show you how roomy it is. See, I was able to put all that yarn in there, and I think I can be able to squeeze something else in there. So that is what it looks like. And I am really pleased with it, and I like all these bright colors. And I think that I'm also thinking that I could use it for my sock whips because I usually have more than one sock in progress. And sometimes I interchange the needles, and sometimes I find myself looking for the needles. But if I put them all in one spot, then it will make my work easier. So leave a comment below and let me know what you think about my new little bag. And let me know what you're working on, and if whatever you're working on, whether you're knitting or you're crocheting, I hope that you are having a wonderful time. And until next time, happy knitting and happy crocheting.